तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनकारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यम् ईश्वरम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। योऽन्ता प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तान् सञ्जीवयत किल शक्तिधरा स्वधाम्ना। अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। कथाञ्चन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् विस्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् श्रीचैतन्य नमामितम्। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our second session on the magic of gratitude. We are going to discuss on Krishna, how he is merciful and loving. And as a part of this series, today we are going to do an interactive workshop on gratitude. How we can experience Krishna in our life, how we can experience God. Because discussion about Krishna, hearing about Krishna is very important. But equally important is to experience Krishna. So today's theme will be how we can experience Krishna through different levels of gratitude. And for experiencing Krishna and doing the exercises, all of you will need some writing resource. Either a pen and paper or your smartphone where you could write something. Do you have access to writing? Oh, that doesn't mean you have to leave the class. If you don't have, you can stay. So all of you have something to write on? Yes. Either your phone or a paper and pen? Yeah, so you can open your notes on the phone and maybe write. Okay. So what we will do, I will be giving you a few exercises. Some exercises you have to do alone and some you have to do with a partner. You have to pair up with someone. Maybe the one next to you, that's a good idea. And then you will have to answer these questions. So we can experience Krishna only when we offer a heartfelt prayer. And prayer is not abstract. Prayer is basically expressing gratitude. And gratitude is also, it's a science, it's a practice, it's not vague, and we will discuss today how. So the foundation of experiencing Krishna through gratitude is a beautiful prayers in the Bhagavatam where Kunti Devi has taught us how to pray to Krishna. So I will be sharing a few principles of gratitude. Either you can note them down or you can remember, because these are extremely powerful principles which helps us connect with Krishna. So the first principle Kunti Devi reveals about gratitude is Yata Rishikesha Khalena Devaki Kamsena ruddhati chiram sucharpita Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho Tvayeva natena moho vipadgana. She says, Krishna, you are so kind, you protected Devaki from the evil Kamsa. And you have protected all my children and me from a series of dangers. Thank you for everything. Now generally, we express gratitude to others. We say thank you. But thank you, the first principle of gratitude is thank you is not abstract. Thank you has to be specific. When you say thank you for everything, we actually mean thank you for nothing. If you mean thank you, then you specify what are you grateful for. Like Kunti Devi clarifies, she is not telling Krishna, Krishna, thank you for everything. No, she says thank you for one. Thank you for two. Are you getting this? So she says, Vishan Mahatme Purushada Darshana Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichrita Mride Mride Neka Maharatastrato Draunastratascha Hare Virakshita. She says, Krishna, you protected my son Bhima, Vishan Mahatme, from a poison cake. Purushada Darshana. You protected us when we were at Ekachakra from the demon Bakasura. Asat Sabhaya. You protected Draupadi in the vicious assembly of the Kurus. Vanavasa Krichrita. You protected us during the exile. Mride Mride Neka Maharatastrato. You protected us during the war at Kurukshetra, where many weapons were hurled against my children. And now, just now you protected us. How? Draunastratascha Hare Virakshita. You protected us from Ashwatthama's nuclear weapon, which he hurled against Parikshit, baby, in the womb of my granddaughter Uttara. So what she has done? What has Kunti done? She has thanked Krishna not vaguely, but specifically. When we thank Krishna for specific gifts he has given us, then our connection with Krishna becomes deeper. Sometimes we say, thank you Krishna for everything. No, pause. Thank you for one, two. Thank you Krishna. I was struggling so much when I was a young boy in school. You helped me understand the subjects. Or thank you Krishna, I was struggling to get a job. You helped me get a job. Whatever. It could be very ordinary. I'm just saying specific. And what happens when we have specific gratitude practices? Then you will become wealthy. You know, in the market you find a lot of books on how to be rich. You see? A lot of books. And this may be of interest to Grihasthas also. How to be rich. There are many books in the market. When you have gratitude practices, you know what will happen? Gratitude practices will help you feel rich. There is a difference between being rich and feeling rich. What is more important, being rich or feeling rich? Feeling rich? How many of you feel being rich is more important than feeling rich? How many of you feel feeling rich is more important than being rich? Others are not. Others are saying both. We want to be rich. Obviously, we need money, we need wealth, but feeling rich is definitely more important than being rich. So, and what is the advantage of feeling rich? You don't have to worry about paying taxes. Feeling rich is any day better than being rich. So, what happens as you make gratitude a daily practice, which we will learn today how to make it. It won't take long, it won't take more than 3 minutes every day if you do it. I'm going to share with you some tools. And how, when we start practicing gratitude every day, you will see that eventually it becomes a moment-to-moment practice. And then life becomes very, very blissful. Every day, every moment appears to be a refreshing experience. Fresh. I ask people, what is common to everyone? Men, women, sannyasi, brahmacharis, animals, birds, dogs, cats, men, women, girls, boys. Everyone is looking for one thing in this world. What is that? Happiness. And what is the difference between happy and unhappy people? Many people sometimes say, well, happy people are grateful. No, I beg to differ. Happy people may or may not be grateful, but grateful people are always happy. If you're looking for happiness, then gratitude is the most powerful sutra. Therefore, today we are going to learn how to practice gratitude. But for that, I will give you a 1-minute exercise. All of you have something to write down on your phone or paper and pen. Just see, you don't have to. I won't take long. I'm going to ask a very uncomfortable question. Nobody is going to read what you have written. It's only between you and God. And just write the answer to the question I'm going to give you now. Some of you may get shocked. No, I don't want to write. I just request you write. Even if you don't like the question, write the answer. In India, we give Karela first, then we give sweet. When you first taste something bitter, then your appetite becomes better. Right? So we are going to do a exercise. This is based on a journaling technique called as free writing. Free writing is an extremely powerful tool which will help you remove all the clutter from your head and access your real self. So what happens in free writing? When I say start, you will start writing, and even if you go blank, you will write. I'll repeat. Even if you go blank, it happens sometimes you go blank, but your pen won't stop or your typing won't stop. How can you write when you go blank? Is it possible? What will you write when you go blank?
I'm blank.
Yeah, I don't know what to write now. I'm going blank. Prabhuji has given a very stupid exercise, but I have to write. He has told, just for 1 minute, let me write something. Like that. Basically, you have to keep writing. So, this is not a seminar on journaling, but I'm using journaling here for gratitude. When we have a seminar or workshop on journaling, I'll explain the whole science of free writing. But I request you, just for my sake, just do it. Okay? Can you do it?
Yes.
So I'll ask you a question now, and you're not going to stop answering till I tell you to stop. I'll play Karta, that's when you will stop. Or that's when you will start, and that's when you will stop. Okay? So what we will write, the question is like this. How many of you have gone through uncomfortable situation in life?
Everyone.
Everyone? No, you don't say for others. Many have not raised their hands, so I guess. How many of you have gone through difficulties in life? Thank you for raising your hand. How many of you have gone through painful challenges in life? Thank you for being honest. So now you have 1 minute. When I say start, write about either 1, 2 or many painful challenges, difficulties, uncomfortable situations. Or you want to elaborate on one, you can elaborate on one. Or you want to mention all of them in brief. It's up to you. You decide how to do it. But write about all uncomfortable situations, all challenges and all difficulties that you've gone through in your life since childhood. The time starts now. Please write. Hare Krishna. Thank you for doing this exercise. Now, what you will do, don't share this with anyone, keep it aside. We will visit this at the end of the workshop. Okay? Like in a movie or a good novel, there is a plot twist, right? In the end, you understand what happened in the beginning. Something you may see in the beginning and it may not make sense. But in the end, everything falls in place. So we are going to develop some skills now, and then you will be able to use those skills in the last exercise, which is connected to the question you have written now. So we'll come back to it later. Now, we are going to learn the second principle of gratitude. What is the first principle of gratitude we learned? Specific, right? Now the second principle of gratitude is, try to keep gratitude fresh. I'll explain what it is. We are going to today learn the principle of fresh gratitude. Now when there is food available to you, there is an option to eat food that was kept in the deep freeze for 1 month, and now you're going to heat it up and eat it. Or the second option is you're going to get fresh food which is cooked just now. What would you prefer? Fresh food. Fresh fruits are any day preferable, right? But there is something about fresh. Why I'm saying gratitude also has to be fresh, because gratitude can also become cliche. It can become mechanical, boring and ritual. Like I remember when I started Gratitude Journal in 2007, I would start like this. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me wonderful parents who have given me so much love, all that. The second, thank you, Krishna, for giving me amazing grandparents. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me my guru. But after some days, it was becoming boring, because it's not possible to invest emotions on the same thing every time. It becomes a ritual. And then I discovered what is called as fresh gratitude, which means what good things have happened to you in the last 24 hours. Okay, now first of all, let us understand what is actually gratitude. Gratitude means two things. One is you are appreciating something very valuable, something precious or valuable that you've got. That is one principle, one criteria for gratitude, something you got, something which is really important for you. And second, it is something which you got not by your own effort. Something where some other factor was involved, something was given to you, something was bestowed. That's when we become grateful. So two aspects of gratitude. So now, imagine or try to recall what good things have happened to you in the last 24 hours. I know once I asked this question and one person secretly told me that, you know what, last 24 hours I've been only serving others. Others need to be grateful to me. Okay, forget last 1 day. I'm sure something good has happened to you in the last 1 week. Right? Okay, if you can't recall anything good that has happened to you in the last 1 week, is there something good that was given to you which is important to you in the last 1 month? Okay, nothing? Last 1 year? Last 1 year, anything good that has happened to you that you've got which is important for you? Basically, fresh gratitude is a hook. You don't have to really remember only things that were given to you in the last 24 hours. You can even remember things that were given to you. Okay. Even if you can't remember anything good that has happened to you in the last 1 year, I'm sure you have something to be grateful for since you've taken birth. And has something good happened to you since you're born? Yes. So you can recall all of that and just mention it. Now you need, for this exercise, you need a partner. Maybe you'll have to pair up with the person next to you. Is it possible? We won't sit here whole night thinking who will be my partner. I give you 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9.6, 10. Hare Krishna. Who doesn't have a partner, please raise your hand. Everybody has a partner? Okay. So now, Hare Krishna. Listen to me carefully. There is a rule, there is a technique you have to follow. You decide who is going to speak first, but after half time I am going to play Kartal. As soon as I play Kartal, you will stop. One of you will stop speaking, the other will listen. Okay? Now, very, very critical question, point here. As you are listening to your partner, don't actually be present. Be present. Don't think of what you will speak when you have to express gratitude. Because if you listen carefully, in the third round, you will be able to contribute. Because you have to listen very carefully to your partner. Is it possible to listen carefully to your partner? You know what is the question you have to answer now? You will get 1 minute each. Think of the wonderful gifts that you have got in the last 24 hours. If you can't remember and can't express fresh gratitude, at least go back in time for last 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, or since birth. Okay, if I was your partner, this is how it would be. If I was your partner and the time starts now, I have to start speaking, right? This is how I would speak. This is how you can speak to your friend. Okay, I've got 1 minute. What am I thankful for? You know, I'm very, very grateful for today morning. Something in my heart told me I should hear the Bhagavatam class, which happened in Chowpatty Temple. And I was busy, but I heard the class. And that class was so nourishing and so I was so happy. I'm grateful for that. Second, few days ago, somebody made French fries, and I've been strictly advised not to eat French fries because whenever I eat, I get a shoulder pain. But I ate it, praying to Krishna, Krishna, please allow me. And I'm very happy. Nothing happened to me the next day. I'm grateful to Krishna. Third thing I'm very grateful to Krishna is for, last 3 days my japa has been very good. I wanted to chant attentively and really my japa was so nice. Thank you for that. I'm very grateful for, last year I was coming to US. I was stuck in Madrid airport because I lost my bag containing passport. And I was so panicky. And then one girl, Shamli, she had my bag. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm really relieved. And I'm also thankful that, last year one place I fell in a stream of water. There are big sharp rocks. I fell on my head and I fell exactly at the spot where there were no rocks. So my head was saved. So I can sit in front of you now. But my time is over. You know what I did just now? I didn't even plan what I'm speaking now. It's just spontaneous. I ended up thanking even for French fries. I ended up thanking, see, this basically whatever was in the heart, it came out. It could be ideally something that has happened in the last one week or 1 day, but sometimes something has deeply affected you, you can thank for that even if it was a long time ago. The whole idea is connect to gratitude. Can you do that with your partner? Is it very difficult? Just try to tell him what are things you are grateful for. Can you do that? Don't stare at me. I want to know whether you can do it. Yes. You can do it. Okay. Oh, thank you. So your time starts now. One of you will speak, the other will hear attentively.
Today I was working in the problem, office problem. And then I was coming last day, but only now more reading very close and now I'm doing focus on that. So without very less and I'm not grateful. I have only 2 days. I'm grateful. Today in the morning I read the sloka perfectly. That's what I really want to do. So this enabled me forward to
Swap. Now the other person can speak.
Yeah, so today I'm very grateful the way the day started. I got to serve Prabhupada. I got to do the Prabhupada puja this morning after my duty dresses ironing was done. So that was very nice. I'm really grateful. Krishna only proved to me to do the Prabhupada. That's one thing. Then after that, I went down to the kitchen and I asked Savati Mataji if there is anything I can help with. Savati Mataji gave me almost 4 or 5 tasks to help her with. Put the atta kada for Krishna's puri and then cut the eggplant and then do this, do that. So I was really grateful to do that. Then after that, I went home and then not so grateful, but still I am able to at least get an update about my dad's health. So I was able to talk to my brother, I was able to talk to my mom. They talked about some of the problems my dad is facing. So grateful to them for sharing all the information. Though the information was not really great, but still grateful that they were able to share the information. Then I'm really grateful to Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada for a wonderful sankirtan we had here. We displayed the mercy to thousands of people
Hare Krishna.
for today.
Thank you for doing this exercise. You know what you have just now done, if you entered the space of fresh gratitude, if you have connected to something good that has happened in the last 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you are ensuring that you would never be depressed in life. Because fresh gratitude is the antidote for all negativity. Because you will be looking out constantly, or you will be on the lookout for good things. Because you know, in my gratitude journal every morning, I have to write what I am thankful for in the last 24 hours. Because of that, I am constantly alert. My antenna is on. I am looking out for good things because I have to enter it in my journal. What good is it? Good? You will catch right things, good things constantly. See, generally, we catch wrong things, isn't it? We catch inadequacies very fast. We catch the gaps. Gaps come into our radar immediately. But we are training ourselves to see the gains. We need to see the gaps, but we also need to see the gains in our lives. Then we'll be able to cope with the gaps. Otherwise, you'll get depressed. Once for our trained counselors, I was doing a workshop. On the big whiteboard, I wrote 4 multiplied by 3. I wrote 4 into 3 is equal to 12. 5 into 7, 39. 8 into 8, 64. 9 into 4, 36. What did you see?
5, 7, 39.
5, 7,
39.
39. Everybody saw that, right? But what about the other things I wrote right? I wrote 5 into 2, 10. 9 into 4, 36. You didn't see, or you didn't observe that. You just saw what was
Mistake.
wrong. Immediately you are. So we have been trained from childhood to see wrong. Our American management guru Peter Drucker, he says, for a success, he says, if the organization wants to be successful, they need to follow the principle of catch them doing right. Now this principle works in our inner life also. Catch yourself doing right, or catch yourself when something good happens to you. And mention that in your journal, or mention it to someone, and it could be something ordinary. What did I express gratitude when you are my partner? What did I express gratitude for? French fries. It just came out of my mouth. So, see, what I'm saying, you don't have to necessarily always thank God for the gift of pure bhakti and the opportunity to go back to God. That's all there. But, something ordinary you can thank God for. Once in my gratitude journal, I thanked God for some prasad. And one of the younger brahmacharis who just joined the ashram, he saw that journal. I want to share this incident with you. One of my brahmachari friends is a cook in a temple. And he knows that I don't like certain, because I'm a South Indian, and there are certain North Indian delicacies which I don't like at all, because I've never eaten them since I was a child. So chole. I think many of you may love chole bhature, but I don't like chole. So my brahmachari friend in the ashram was a cook. He challenged me. He said, he knows that I don't like 3 things. I don't like chole, I don't like rajma, rajma, and arbi. Arbi is very sticky. So I don't like these 3, and he knows it very well. So he told me, I'm going to make all the 3 today, and you're going to love it. I said, really? You know what he did? He made arbi in such a way, it was deep fried and it was crispy like a snack. And I ate arbi just like that. It was so tasty. And rajma, he made it rajma tacos. He made it with a Mexican flavor. And I was just relishing rajma, just rajma I was eating. And then he made chole with Italian sauce, and he said, this is Italian chole. And all the 3 items were out of the world. So that night, before going to sleep, I wrote a gratitude journal. Thank you, Krishna, for an amazing feast of chole, rajma, and arbi. And just when the phone rang, I kept that journal there and I went. And now what happened? In the ashram it's an open space. So one of the younger devotees who had just joined the ashram, I've been in the ashram for 25 years. Somebody who just joined the ashram, he looks up to me as his mentor and guide. He's on a journal. I'm thanking God for Rajma Chole. He couldn't keep it to himself. So after a few days, he came up to me and he said, Prabhuji, I'm sorry. I thought we're supposed to thank Krishna for the gift of pure bhakti and Shuddha Krishna prema and all of that. You are thanking Krishna for, food. So that time I told him one sentence. I said, it is better to remember Krishna, God, with gratitude for ordinary things. It is better to remember God for the ordinary thing than to forget God in pursuit of the extraordinary thing. So we have extraordinary pursuits, like I want to go back home, back to God in one lifetime. I want to get Shuddha Krishna prema and taste for the holy name. These are extraordinary desires. But what about the ordinary things that are happening to you in your life? And most of you see are grihasthas here. You have your attachments, right? To your children. Like today I got a message from one of my friends in Mumbai. His daughter is 3 years old and she's been very sick last 2 weeks. Constantly she's sick. So I do my DT worship, small DT there, and I offered a prayer for her and I sent the photograph of after the worship to him. And he said, today my daughter's fever had gone down and I'm so grateful to Krishna. He was genuinely expressing gratitude. Now if you see in one sense, from the overall perspective, this is very ordinary. I mean, who are you? You're insignificant, right? You're going to die one day. But in another sense, that emotion is real. He's thanking God for something in the immediate aspect of his life. So gratitude is important, whether it is ordinary or extraordinary. Gratitude is extremely important. Whether it is for French fries or whether it is for the ability to hear Bhagavatam class and chant Hare Krishna. So this is the first round. So what is the advantage of fresh gratitude? Practicing fresh gratitude. Antidote for depression. You will never be influenced by negativity. You will constantly be looking out. What is good happening to me? What is good happening to me? Right? It's like just like people are sniffing for trouble. They are looking for bad things. You will be looking for good things. So what are the 2 principles of gratitude we have learned so far? What is the first principle?
Be specific.
Gratitude is not abstract, it is specific. Second principle?
Fresh.
We need to practice fresh gratitude. Third principle we are going to learn now is gratitude should answer the question why. I will repeat. Gratitude should answer the question why. So in the third principle you will learn, again interactive. We'll turn to your partner. When I play the kartal, when I say start, okay, have you heard what your partner spoke in the first round? So as you are going to speak, you may need the help of your partner. This is going to be a little difficult. As we increase our gratitude, it's going to get more difficult. Here you will enter the space of why. You are going to explain to your partner this. You remember what are the things you thanked? 3, 4, 5, right? Some things you must have thanked. You have to now answer why you are grateful for those things. You will enter now this is where you enter the world of emotions. Spontaneously, I thank for some gifts. I thank God for 5 things. If you are my partner, remember? I thank for 5 things. But now I am challenged. I have to answer why I am grateful for these 5 things. It doesn't have to be a lofty answer. It can be a 1-sentence answer. Just one sentence. You just enter the world of emotions. Can you do this?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give an example. We'll go back to the first example. You are my partner. If you are my partner, this is what I will speak. And you may have to help me now. My time starts now. Okay? So what did I thank God for? French fries. So I'm very grateful for French fries because I'm attached to good food. Second, what is the thing I thank for? Morning Bhagavatam class. See, I need nourishment. I'm practicing Krishna consciousness. I need to hear good classes, devotional classes. And the class I heard, it nourished me so much. Third,
Passport bag.
I fell on I fell on the river stream and my head was saved. I'm very thankful for that because I didn't die. I could have died. Fourth, what to thank Krishna for?
Passport.
Passport. Obviously, I'm grateful because imagine an Indian stuck in Spain airport going to US without a passport. I don't know. I dread to fear what would have happened to me, and it was a miraculous way how I got my passport. So the more I think of it, the more I feel grateful to Krishna. And what was the last thing I thank Krishna? Japa. See, my life is for contribution. My life is for service. I want to share. I want to give. If I have to give others, I have to be nourished first. So therefore, I am very grateful that I had good japa because that nourishment will help me serve others better. Okay, my 1 minute is over. So you saw what I did? I may not have given logical answers. See, it's not about logic right now. Don't use your head. There has to be a why. When we thank spontaneously also, if you go deeper, you realize there is a reason why you are thanking. I'm just asking you to explore that reason. Can you do that?
Yes.
And you may have to help your partner because your partner may be confused. You may have to facilitate. So you will have 1 minute each and you decide who will speak first. Your time starts now.
I want to get better. I don't want to get so I then it will get better. So like I'm thankful to Krishna I got help all night. Then it'll be like, but I second, what did I say? Oh yeah, coming to the temple. I can see Krishna, I can be liberated, and I have a better life. I have a better life. That's why, better life. I have a better life. The third one, this is a Naga. When I play the Naga, this is my passion. So when I play the Naga, I just like it, like how my fingers are already agitated to do the Naga, how my head already knows, because it's my passion. You next.
I was grateful because I was able to find a way to solve the problem.
Hare Krishna. Please swap the partner who can speak.
Yeah, I think one the opportunity because if I didn't find the way, my mind would be focusing on the work stuff, and I wouldn't be able to involve in class. I would have wasted time myself.
So I was really praying to present. So when I was doing that, I'm standing in front of Prabhupada.
I feel grateful for Lord Temple, being close to Krishna.
So that's one thing. Second thing was going down to the kitchen and then the Rasal was giving that opportunity. So I really feel great because I really wanted to cook something for Krishna, and when I heard that there was an opportunity, so I became very happy. So I didn't directly cook, but I contributed. That's the second thing. The third thing was about my father's like the information that received from my brother and my siblings, my mom. Normally they would have told that hey, you're too far, you don't have to worry about it, but they shared all the details. So I'm really grateful. Why those details are important to them? I'm happy to my dad. Otherwise they will go great very much. The fourth thing was I sent a message in the group about who helps me.
It's just my passion. I just like how it's
important to basically get
fun.
that mood and then go and do some sunrise and remember Haritas what else I said and do some sankirtan and distribute that not mercy. I'm not qualified to distribute the mercy, but glorifying the Lord and distribute in the name of Holy Name.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for doing this exercise. I'm sorry if I'm kind of pushing you to do certain things, but trust me, this is going to be amazing. As you know, I'm going to enter the third round. Now, we have done 2 rounds of expressing gratitude. The first was simply fresh gratitude. Second was
Why?
why. Now what has happened in the second round? The first round, if you practice the first, just fresh gratitude, it's an antidote for depression. If you practice the second round of gratitude, constantly answering why you are grateful, you will improve your awareness and consciousness of what blessings you are getting in life. And awareness, Srila Prabhupada told Tamal Krishna Maharaj, first become conscious, then become Krishna conscious. You know, we are many times disconnected from ourselves, from the gifts that we are getting every day. So here you are entered, see, we are all, do you agree? Human beings are emotional people. Sometimes I ask, what is the difference between humans and non-humans? People say, humans are rational animals, intelligence. I say, no. Humans are not rational animals, logical animals. Humans are actually emotional animals. That rationality is there, but rationality is only tip of the iceberg. Inside there is so much emotions. I have seen the most quiet and great philosophers emotional. And even that rationality we have, we use it to justify emotions only. So, what we are doing is, when we enter the world of why gratitude, we are purifying our emotions. We are purifying by first becoming aware of our emotions. And now the third round, we will purify them. The third round of gratitude is seeing Krishna. This is called how we can bring Krishna into our gratitude. In this third round, you will transform a mundane, ordinary, emotional experience into a spiritual experience. So for this, it's going to be tough. You and your partner are going to do it together. I won't give you 1 minute swapping. I'll give you overall 2 minutes. And when 30 seconds are left, I will tell you. 30 seconds left, so then you will have to hurry up. You decide which one to take first. So you have shared 5 things with your friend, partner, and your partner has shared 3-4 things with you. So you have 9 or 10 items on your list. Now enter the world of Krishna. What do they mean by Krishna gratitude or seeing Krishna? Krishna is always doing one of the 3 things in our life. You have to help see the items that you have mentioned. It falls in which of these 3 categories. How Krishna is, Krishna is constantly either advising us or is arranging things for us or is allowing us to do some things. Krishna is telling us, Krishna is doing some things for us, or Krishna is giving us permission to do some things. Krishna is always there with us. Now what we are going to do is we are going to see how Krishna has advised me in this situation, or Krishna has arranged things for me in this situation, or Krishna allowed me to do those things. So that what happens? Then you are connecting with Krishna, with God. See, if you are my partner and now you are going to help me see Krishna, how will you help me see Krishna? Okay. Now, I was grateful to Krishna for, I fell in the river stream, and I didn't hit a rock. So what do you think happened here? Krishna arranged, Krishna protected me, Krishna did it for me, he saved me. Thank you, Krishna, you did this one. Right? And I also thank Krishna for my passport, finding my passport. What do you think Krishna did? Arranged. I was lost. Krishna ensured that Shamli saw the path. It's a long story. If I tell you the whole story, you will understand how Krishna actually protected me. And then I was very grateful to Krishna for my japa today morning. Right? I was actually praying yesterday, a few days back. I want to chant attentively. And today Krishna allowed me to chant. Because when I was sitting in one position, my mind was protesting. Get up, send this email to him, do this work, do all of that. Mind protest. But I can't imagine how, because I had this desire, I prayed, I took permission from Krishna, I prayed to Krishna, Krishna allowed me to chant, otherwise our mind always has a field day. Krishna allowed me. And Bhagavatam class, I was grateful for that. Actually, there was a soft voice in the heart I heard. I feel Krishna advised me. Krishna told me, hear the Bhagavatam class. Have you heard this voice in your heart sometimes? Which sometimes you know beyond a sense of knowing what you should do or what you shouldn't say, or has it ever happened to you? Sometimes you don't know what is that voice. It's Paramatma, it's intuition, it's something within which tells you, don't do this, do that. Right? It happens. So Krishna tells us, Krishna advises us. I feel, I was not sure whether I should hear Bhagavatam class. I was very busy, but hear the Bhagavatam class. And I'm glad I heard that voice, because that class was so good. It nourished me. So what did Krishna do? He advised me. He arranged and I forgot to mention one thing. French fries. I prayed to Krishna. Krishna, I'm eating this, is not allowed. I'm not supposed to eat this, I'll get a back pain. Krishna, please help me. I ate that and nothing happened to me. So Krishna allowed me to eat that French fry and not get it. Okay, how many of you choose, there is Krishna, there is Maya. How many of you always choose Krishna over Maya? Wow, amazing. You're a pure devotee. How many of you sometimes choose Krishna, sometimes choose Maya? So all of us are in the same boat. So when we choose Maya over Krishna, it's Krishna who is allowing us to still hang around with devotees. It's Krishna who is giving us permission. Sometimes I tell devotees that you are unable to choose Krishna over Maya, and if you are choosing Maya, at least take permission of Krishna. At least come to Krishna, come back to Krishna. See, we should not fall down. We should not choose Maya. But if you have slipped, the bigger disqualification is not slipping from the standard. The bigger disqualification is we don't come back to Krishna. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
Krishna is there. He's always waiting for us. One of the boys, he promised me one day when he came first for the program, Prabhuji, I said, everybody, can you please chant one round of Hare Krishna? And he looked at my friend, Prabhuji, I'll chant every day 32 rounds. Just one round. No, Prabhuji, I can chant. I love holy name. I said, no, just chant one round. Then I convinced him to chant 16. Reduce. He said, okay, 16. But I can chant 30. Then what happened, Next day on, I didn't see him in the temple. And after 6 months, I saw him in the bus stop. During those days, we didn't have mobile phones. I didn't know who to call, where to call. One day I saw him in the bus stop after 6 months. And I caught him. And we spoke. And then I was very friendly with him. I had some Mahaprasad. I gave him Mahaprasad. And then he said something interesting. He said, Prabhuji, I'm sorry. I stopped coming to the temple because I promised you. I made a big claim and then I couldn't chant. And I was thinking, how will I come and show my face to you? I told him, no, I am not going to judge you. I never expected you to chant so many rounds. You know what I'm saying? What happens with us? We are afraid of being judged. In human relationships, we're always, one of the biggest human needs is non-judgmental acceptance. We don't want to be judged. And that's why when we promise something and we fail in that promise, we avoid that person. And we carry the same habit with Krishna. We fail, we avoid Krishna. Come back to Krishna and see what happens. You will feel, wow, Krishna allowed me, Krishna permitted me to flirt with the material energy and still I am safe. Krishna, you are so amazing. Krishna, I come back to you, I promise you I won't leave you. See what happens? You will be amazed when you come back to Krishna after you have failed to see that Krishna is the only one who doesn't judge you. When you come back after failing, when you come back to God, you will feel God is embracing you. God is not judging you. And that experience is ineffable. It cannot be described in words. So your failure is not as important as your unwillingness. It's more serious. It's not as serious as your unwillingness to come back to Krishna. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So what are the three things we are saying here? How does Krishna
Advice.
Krishna advises us, arranges for us, and allows us. Or Krishna does things for us, Krishna protects us, Krishna tells us to do something, Krishna does some things for us, Krishna permits us to do some things. So can you share all the gratitude items that you have, can you help your partner and can you yourself see how Krishna has advised you, arranged for you and allowed you? Can you do that in 2 minutes? You can choose which items to take. Any problems with this? Can you do it? When 30 seconds are left, I will tell you. Okay? All of you, please start. The time starts now.
Yeah, so advice allow and the first thing was Krishna arranged. Krishna only allowed me, but it was to in Krishna arranged. Second thing was Krishna allowed me to do. So Krishna must have either advised or something or arranged or inspired. Then the third thing was Krishna arranged. Reading about and me reading about I was working on the paper even Saturday. Read about the holy being one and then I was able to kind of contemplate on I was looking to all the Sankirtan, though I have been doing it regularly, but today I was really looking forward. And I was studying that I really want to go further and Guru Maharaj lots of people coming in. So it was about Krishna's arrangement. So I see that I think mostly either arrangement or allowed in my case.
During the class from Krishna, I would say Krishna basically advising because when you see YouTube selection and many things from advice to go for this. Arranging of the closet, Krishna would have kind of arranged it because I usually very lazy. If I not money 1 year, and then probably that time he arranged me to give some time 1 hour. And then
allowed advice and
allowed advice. Please, I'm surely please, Krishna's arrangement. So he comes together. I don't know whether you gave your pizza, I don't know, or you swapped some pakoras, I don't remember, but I'm sure it is Krishna.
30 seconds left. Just 30 seconds.
But I'm sure you allowed me to do so fully Krishna he kind of I think very clear pizza. Usually after sunset, especially after
Was the diet.
Again, I can say
allowed you to say use alone, but Krishna, when you know it's a Maya, but he still allows you to do things that are not supposed to. So in Pakistan, you're supposed to. He doesn't allow. Does not allow something. Allow is something you do something in a bad way. And then Krishna still allows you and he gives you some positive.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. You know, recently we were traveling. I was traveling on a train in Europe, and you know, my bead bag, the beads I got during initiation. Since last 25 years, I'm chanting on these beads. So I kept my beads in the seat, and one Britisher was talking to me, asking me, you know, who are you guys, Hare Krishna? So our discussion became animated at one point of time, and we reached the station. And I had my bag and I got down and I had forgotten my bead bag on the seat. And just as I was at the door of the train, I was getting down, suddenly I remembered. I ran back, picked up my bead bag, heaved a sigh of relief, and came back and then continued my day as if nothing had happened. Everything was normal. But in the night when I sat down for my gratitude journal, I wrote, "Thank you, Krishna, for telling me about my bead bag and for reminding me." Imagine you're traveling with a friend and you're walking and suddenly, you know, something falls and your friend protects you. Or you forget something and your friend says, "Hey, you forgot that. You forgot your wallet here," and then you pick it up. You're traveling with your spouse, partner, friend, child, companion, adult, parent, and that person helps you, you acknowledge, right? So when you remember something you have forgotten, what is happening actually? Krishna, who is there next to you, Krishna is standing, right? Krishna is there. It's Krishna. Has this ever happened with you, something like this? You forgot and suddenly you remembered. It's acknowledging, and you can acknowledge Krishna has told you. Okay, I'll ask a question. How many of you have gone through an experience in life where you were driving in a car, or you were in a plane or a train, where you narrowly survived a fatal accident? Wow, everyone, most of you. What do you think happened there? What do you think happened? Krishna protected. I was once in a auto rickshaw, and it turned right, and suddenly a big bus came in the front, and we had a close shave, and I was, oh, thank you, Krishna. And what I did after thanking Krishna, after 2 seconds, I picked up my phone and I continued my WhatsApp messages, checking as if nothing had happened. This is how disconnected we are. Thank you. That's an opportunity for us to thank Krishna. That's an opportunity for us to understand that Krishna was involved. How many of you have heard of Mahaprakash Leela? In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes? Okay. What is Mahaprakash Leela famous for? What are the things that have happened in Mahaprakash Leela? Anybody? What is Mahaprakash Leela famous for? Yes, please raise your hand and answer. Yes.
Mahaprabhu reveals himself according to the...
Yeah, Mahaprabhu reveals himself according to the love of his devotees. What has happened in Mahaprakash Leela? Yes.
Merciful reveals how he has been there for all the devotees.
Yeah, he reveals how he has been there for all the devotees. So Gangadas Pandit, Mahaprabhu turns to him and says, Gangadas Pandit, do you remember that day when the Muslims attacked and you were afraid and your village was ransacked and you wanted to protect your family and you ran with them to Ganga, the river Ganga, and it was raining heavily, it was flooded and there was no boatman available and you panicked and suddenly from nowhere a boatman appeared. Do you remember? And Gangadas Pandit, this incident had happened many years ago. And Mahaprabhu says, do you remember? Gangadas says, yeah, but that happened many years ago. And I was praying intensely to Krishna. And Mahaprabhu says, I came as the boatman. So Gangadas Pandit immediately falls down unconscious in gratitude. Then Mahaprabhu turns to a devotee called Das. Das, do you remember? You had very high fever. You were delirious. You went mad. And you thought you will die. And suddenly from nowhere a physician appeared who put something mystical on your forehead and your fever disappeared. Chumanta, gayab. What happened? You know who that doctor was? I came as a doctor. Srivas Thakur, do you remember? You were thrown out of the Bhagavatam class of Devanand Pandit. You were humiliated. You were feeling a little sad. You came home, you started reading Bhagavatam, and suddenly you felt so much love in your heart. Do you remember that? I entered your heart. I gave you that experience. Advaita Acharya, do you remember? You were trying to understand the shloka of Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, and you couldn't understand it, and you took a vow that till I understand this shloka, this verse, I am not going to take prasad. And days passed and you were not able to figure out. And suddenly you understood what is the right purport of the shloka. You know what had happened? I entered your head. I made you understand what it was. And Haridas Thakur, what happened to Haridas Thakur? He was beaten in 22 marketplaces. Mahaprabhu said, when you were beaten, you felt no pain. You know why? Then Mahaprabhu showed his back. He had those lashes on his back. So this pastime is happening with us also. We are not pure devotees like Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya. But Lord is intervening in our lives. He is protecting us. We simply need to acknowledge. That's all. And Krishna consciousness, the greatest joys we experience in retrospect. You know, all the things, right? See, we can't be grateful for everything, I think. We can't be grateful for everything in life. But we can be grateful at every moment. We can be grateful for what's happened, what has happened in our lives in the past. So, we have practiced few principles of gratitude. What is the first?
Be
We have 5 minutes more. I need to do one more exercise. What is the first principle we practice?
Be specific.
Gratitude is specific. Second,
Fresh.
gratitude has to be fresh. Third,
Why?
gratitude should answer the question why. And fourth,
Krishna.
Seeing
how do we get Krishna into gratitude? By seeing how Krishna advises, arranges, and allows. Right? Now we are going to enter the most amazing aspect of gratitude. See, what I am sharing with you today, please know that I am not sharing anything new. This is what you learned, this principle you learned in childhood. You know, have you been taught in childhood how to cross the street? No. How do we cross the street? Stop, look,
and then
go. Stop, look, go.
SNG.
So we are basically teaching the same thing here. Stop, your life is going very fast. Just telling you to stop. Look what's happening. Look what are the gifts you are getting. And then go. We are not telling you to stop your life. Go, every day march forward, but stop, look and go. So gratitude, now comes the last 2 small exercises. This is a writing exercise, very small, 1 minute. Now to understand what you're going to do now, you need to get a little background of this. Please know, gratitude has 3 components. You can't be grateful without all 3. You can't say I'm very grateful. See, gratitude can be very selfish. Even if you are Krishna, even if you are thanking Krishna, it can be all about myself, you know. I got French fries, I got puran poli, you know, I got nice facilities, I got a big house, I got money. I'm very grateful. But it's all about ourselves. Gratitude has 3 components: love, grace, and giving. All 3 are equally important. Love means, well, it's very difficult for me to explain. Have you ever been miserable, sad, but still felt loved? I don't know. It's a difficult question. Have you felt... See, I'll give an example of my own example. Once I was in Badrinath, Himalayas, and my father passed away. He's in South India. So I got the news of my father's passing away, and it was a tragic event. I was very sad. But because I had this practice of gratitude, that entire 11 days of mourning, I had a deep sense of peace and love in my heart. Is it possible that it's a tragic event, nobody's happy when somebody dies, somebody you love dies, but still you can be not happy, but I don't know how to explain it. You can, okay, I'll give an example, a recent example. I was recently in one city in America. One of my very dear friends, his sister, I got the shocking news that his sister, I've known this family for many years, his sister is in one European country, and her husband abused her and he cheated on her and left her with the 3 small children, and he's covered his tracks. He's a lawyer also, he's done many things, and he's just left her in the lurch. And when he told me, I was furious, I was wild. Immediately I contacted some devotees in Germany where she was staying, and then some more things, you know, they connected. So we spent 4 hours trying to get her some connection and trying, you know, all those things we did. 4 hours, and I was angry, very furious, but still, at the end of all of this, there was a deep sense of happiness, knowing that devotees are so wonderful, they're all coming together to help. You know, I contacted some devotee in London, then he dropped everything and he contacted someone. So just seeing that, just being grateful for that, I was feeling such a sense of love, belongingness, peace. I'm not able to express this in words adequately, but I don't know if you're able to understand. I was sad that my father left, but I was also very in a space of lot of love. Is it possible?
Yes.
Is it possible to have this paradox of emotions?
Yes.
Spiritual life is about harmonizing this paradox. You know, you may be sad at your inadequacies, at the same time you could be peaceful.
Yes.
So first aspect of gratitude is love. When you experience love, then even the greatest tragedies in this world, in this life, you will be able to sail through with grace and dignity. Second aspect of gratitude is, along with love, there is grace. Grace means, ability to receive gifts. Many of us are very poor in receiving. I tell you myself, for many years, I'm very good in giving. I can give. But when somebody gives me a gift, I become very uncomfortable. Recently, I was in one city in US and very different kind of guest, host. He was hosting me. 3 days, he was only talking about me. And I was very uncomfortable. I was asking him, how is your family? How are your children? Probably they are okay. But probably, how is your mother doing? I'm only talking about it. And I've never been used to somebody, because I'm last 25 years in the monastery. I'm only talking, when I'm interacting with people, I'm only talking about them. I was so uncomfortable. After 1.5 days, I realized, hey, this person is different. He's naturally, he's like me, he likes to. So it was a struggle. Then I thought, this is an opportunity for me to practice grace. Let me receive it. It's not easy for me, but okay. So then, receiving when you're grateful for something, pause and allow grace to enter. Which means receive it, enter the space. So that is the second aspect of gratitude. It's very important to be gracious. And the third component of gratitude is, what is the first? Love. Second? Grace. Third? Giving. Gratitude is incomplete if it's only about you. Oh, I'm so grateful for what I got. No, gratitude is complete only when you think of somebody else's well-being. It's, one aspect of gratitude is to say a thank you. Thank you, Murli. Don't do that, I'm getting distracted. So, one aspect of gratitude is saying a thank you. What is the second aspect of gratitude? To mean a thank you. And third is to live a gratitude. Many of us can say, if I'm thirsty, if you give me a cup of water, I say thank you. But that's where our gentlemanly behavior ends. And God is giving so much water in the form of rain. Are you thanking Him for that? So to say a thank you is easy, but to mean it is more difficult, and to live it is even more difficult. So now 1 minute exercise you will do, where you will give a gratitude. How do we give gratitude? All of you have that writing resource, paper, pen, smartphone. You are going to write one name, not now, only when I say start. You are going to write one name. Next to that name you are going to write Krishna or God, please, and then you write a blessing or a prayer for that person. It could be your neighbor, friend, Guru Maharaj, children. Is it possible to write a blessing for someone else?
Yes.
How many people do you know in life? How many of them? At least 50 people in life. Right? So that's enough people you can pray for. I'll give an example. If I was doing this exercise, this is what I did today morning. Sundaranam Prabhu, dash. Krishna, please, he's going through the third round of chemotherapy. Please relieve him from the pain and help him become alright. Second, then I wrote I know 2 children, Vaman and Revati. I wrote, Krishna, please protect them, let their innocence and faith in you be nourished throughout their lives. Third, so like this, 3 minutes, 2 minutes you write 4, 5 names, 1 sentence minimum. Or when you're writing, you could write 10 sentences for one person, that's up to you. But investing emotions of prayer on somebody else makes gratitude complete. Otherwise, gratitude is all about self. Is it possible? There's a catch here. You know what will happen when you write? I've caught myself doing this very, very unhealthy practice. You know what many people do when they are expressing prayer for others also? They write a prayer for others, but they write about themselves. Next could be something like, Narari Priya. It's like if I write a prayer like this. Narari Priya Prabhu, dash. Krishna, please let him see how nice I am. let him understand my. Let him understand that I am a very good devotee. So am I praying for him? Am I offering a blessing for him? So you may write for your child. That's okay, but don't be like, Krishna, please let my child only become a doctor only. Don't be like Dhritarashtra. He couldn't be the king, so he wanted his son Duryodhana to be the king. So You may pray for your child, you may pray for your spouse, you may pray for the people you love, but keep yourself out. Can we do that? Okay, before you do this, I want to give an example of how it works. I'll just take 1 minute. There was one, I was going to Pandav Sena retreat in London, in Paris, New Mayapur, France. So we took the train, the Eurostar, from London to Paris. So at the King's Cross station, the Pandav Sena chairman tells me, "Bro, you see that girl?" So one 17, 18-year-old girl was walking to the platform. British girl, Victoria. He said, "Bro, her name is Victoria, and she has no idea about Krishna consciousness, and she's coming for our yatra." I said, "What? How is she coming? Who told her?" "Prabhu, yesterday 3 of us were going in the street and we met her and she was talking to us. And she said, 'Who are you guys?' So we said, 'We are Pandav Sena.' Right there she googled Pandav Sena and she said, 'Oh, you guys are going for some trip tomorrow?' I said, 'Yeah, we are going to Paris.' She said, 'Can I join you guys?' So we said, 'Okay, come along.' So she's come. I said, 'What? A 17-year-old girl who has no idea about ISKCON and she's coming for a 10-day trip.' And I was told, Brajbihari Das, I was told 10 days you have to speak pure Ramayana, no? Sundarkand, Aviddakand, all details about Dasharath Maharaj and Kaikeyi's conversation, and all that, intricate Valmiki Ramayana. I said, "Prabhu, but I can't filter everything and dilute everything to make her happy. Because she's going to attend Mangalarti every day and Tulsi Arti, Tulsi Arti we do chanting and cooking, cleaning, and she's going to go crazy. She has no idea about ISKCON." He said, "Prabhu, don't worry, you just be yourself. We'll take care of her." But I was so uncomfortable, so I took shelter of my gratitude journal. So every morning, or one of the 5 names I kept constant. I kept her name constant. Victoria, Krishna, please, let her not get bewildered in the retreat. Next day, Victoria, Krishna, please, she's an innocent girl. Let her experience your presence in her life. Those kind of sincere one-line prayer. So at the end of the 4th day, she comes to me and she says, "Hare Krishna, Prabhu, it's amazing. Ramayana is wonderful. Ram is so good." I was so happy. Imagine a British girl who has no idea about India, Vedic culture, and now in 4 days she's appreciating Ram and Sita. I was so happy. I said, "But are you comfortable? Morning program, Mangalarti, all these things, does it make sense to you?" She said, "Prabhu, it's so cool. I love the way you dress a plant with a skirt. You know what I'm talking about? Tulsi. We dress Tulsi with the dress. So she said, "Wow, you decorate a plant with a skirt. It's amazing." She was in a different world. And the best part of last day of the retreat, she came in front of me, she was dressed in a sari. I was like, wow. Actually, Hare Krishna Prabhu was living there. Just 2 days back, I was speaking to Ram, the chairman of the Pandav Sena. I was asking him, "How is she doing?" He said, "Prabhu, she attends every week our Friday classes, and she's now standing 4 rounds every day." So what I'm saying is, when we genuinely pray for others, when we genuinely wish, when we have compassion, then the gratitude becomes complete. Otherwise, it's all about ourselves. So what I'm asking you to do is not something extraordinary. It's a simple one-line prayer for 1 minute for a few people. But if you like someone and you want to write more, you can write more prayers. Is that okay? Can we start? All of you, can you start writing?
Yes.
The time starts now. means you are declared to the universe, you are sending a message to the universe that there is more to life than yourself. There is more to this world than your own world of worries and problems. Do you have coins in America, like dollar coins? The $1 coin?
Yeah.
How big is that coin?
It's
Like this big?
Yeah.
Is this big?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you keep that coin close to your eyes on an afternoon sunny day, you keep it close to your eyes, it blocks the vision of the sun. But is the coin bigger than the sun?
No.
The sun is how many times bigger than that coin? A quadrillion times?
Like, I don't know, billion, million?
Quadrillion times. It's much. But this coin has the capacity to block our vision of the sun. Similarly, when our issues are so important for us, our issues are like the coin, and when we keep it too close to ourselves, it blocks our vision of the beautiful world outside of ourselves. So gratitude means basically going beyond ourselves. Now a rapid fire round, turn to your partner, you just have 1 minute. When I say start, you have to start talking to your partner about all the gifts that you have in life which money cannot buy. What are the gifts you have in life? Even if you are a billionaire, you wouldn't have that. Even if you got $1 billion now, you won't get that gift which you already have. What is that? Start. Hare Krishna. Both of you together.
Give time to come to the temple. That's a billionaires can also come to the temple.
But money cannot buy that. And then Krishna brought us close to the Krishna consciousness. Like 35 years, I didn't have association with Krishna.
Yeah, so close association of Guru Maharaj in the association of the congregation, the opportunity to do a lot of seva here, opportunity to interact like-minded devotees, family support. Even though I quit my job 2 weeks back, but my family is supporting me. Fortunate to see my dad spend time with him for 4.5 weeks.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Now we are coming to the conclusion of the workshop. Remember I gave an exercise in the beginning. What is the first exercise you wrote?
Think about
Share all the
Think about the things that are
share all the gratitude.
Difficulties, the problems that you went through in life. Great. Remember that exercise? All of you did that? Now we are going to revisit that, but this is the end of the workshop. But before you do that, before I do that exercise, I request you to once just read it. Just read it for 30 seconds. Just read what you've written. You will let an answer about your difficulties, challenges, uncomfortable situations. Okay? Now, can you please know this? This is a very, very important question to answer now. Okay, before you answer that, let me give you a background again. Just take a minute. See, there is something called as somebody was telling me recently, what will happen if you practice gratitude every day? Will we develop love for Krishna? Somebody asked me. I said, well, no. No? We won't develop love for Krishna if you practice gratitude. I said, eventually you will, but there is something first you will get before you get love of Krishna. You know what is that? If you practice gratitude before we get love of Krishna, you know what we will get? We will get the realization that Krishna loves me. Now, there is a big difference between developing love for God and realizing that God loves me. When we realize God loves me, what will happen? You also love God. It's like, it's like you write or you say, Krishna, thank you for this. Krishna, thank you for my good family. Krishna, thank you for this wonderful association of devotees. So what happens? You start feeling, wow, Krishna is loving me so much. Krishna is doing so much for me. Krishna is advising me. Krishna is arranging things for me. Krishna is allowing me to do so much. Krishna is so kind. Krishna is doing so much. Krishna loves me so much. That realization will come. And when we realize that, then it's matter of, just immediately you also fall in love. Or rise in love. Like, one of my nephews is a good boy, but he's also a rascal. The mischievous, because he's my sister's son, I can speak about him like that. He's a good boy, from good family, good samskaras. So he got married to a very beautiful girl. So they both came to temple to take blessings and meet me. So, and we were taking lunch at Govinda's. So I turned to her. I said, how did you marry him? So we laughed. And he said, what do you mean, Mama? I'm a good person. No, I'm not asking you, I'm asking her. How did you marry him? You're such a good girl. So then she said something interesting. She said, 5 years we were together in the medical college. We were all students, we were all friends. But I knew that he likes me, he loves me. But I was not sure. But at the end of 5 years, I was so convinced that he loves me so much. And I don't know how, when, where, how, but that's when I also fell in love with him. So she said when she realized how much he loves her, somewhere she fell in love with him. And she said, after explaining all of that, I said, wait. This is exactly our relationship with Krishna. If I realize how much Krishna loves me, it's a matter of time, It's like, there is a Bollywood song, very old song. I don't know if you've heard this song. Nana karte pyar tumhe se kar baithe. Suna hai? Karna tha inkar, magar ikrar tumhe se kar baithe. So what that song means is this girl is saying, I wanted to say no, but I ended up saying yes. So this is what happens in our relationship with Krishna. If we can, instead of trying to get love of Krishna, let us first focus on how much Krishna loves me. Let us, gratitude means to connect with how God loves me so much. Then it's a matter of time. And you know what will happen eventually as you keep thanking Krishna every day? You know what will happen? Okay, I'll give you an example. If I have done a favor to you, okay? And let's say I have done 15 things for you. 15 things I have done. And you start thanking me. Prabhu, thank you for, you helped me get visa for America. Thank you, Prabhu. When I came to America, you helped me settle down in this house. Thank you, Prabhu. After I came to America, you helped me get a nice job. So, Prabhu, you start thanking me for 15 things, and at the end of the 15 things, thank you for this, thank you for this. And after you've finished, what is the next thing that will spontaneously come from your mouth? Like, you are thanking me for so many things, then what is the next thing that you will say? What can I do for you? Isn't it? Won't that naturally come out of your mouth if somebody is in a favor to you? So imagine you thank Krishna every day. Krishna, thank you for this, thank you for this. You won't even realize when you will one day be telling Krishna, Krishna, how can I please you? What can I do for you? And you know what will happen when you say that? You are entering the space of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. You are offering a prayer like Madhavendra Puri, who brought Chandan for Gopal. He went beyond himself. Actually, love means to ask what the Lord wants. Generally, all our prayers are about I. But 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, how can I please you, Krishna? Right? So we are not 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. We are fallen, I agree. But we can enter that space. We can enter that world. So, I give you 1 minute. You have seen your answer, right? You written for the first question. Now, please answer in the next 30 seconds, not even 1 minute. What are the positive things or benefits that you have got from that crisis or the difficulty or the uncomfortable situation or the painful challenge that you have gone through? What are the positive things that can happen or have happened or the benefits that you will get from that situation in your life? Time starts now.
I learned.
You missed it.
Hare Krishna. This is a journey of gratitude to eventually come to a stage where we can be grateful to Krishna for all the challenges that we have gone through. And you know, one of the greatest examples, the most shocking examples in Vedic scriptures about gratitude is Kunti Devi. What does she pray to Krishna? Okay, we'll end with this verse. Please repeat this verse after me. Vipada santuta shashva tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yasya apunar bhava darshanam. Kunti is saying, Krishna, let those calamities happen again and again in my life. Because when those calamities come, I remember you. And when I remember you, when I see you, I don't have to see again birth and death. Now, can this prayer be imitated? I am requesting you, please don't pray for calamities. I don't pray for calamities. It's not easy. That's not the point here. In fact, I know some brahmacharis who don't even memorize this verse. They say, Prabhuji, if I am memorizing this verse and if I am practicing Vipada Santata, and if I memorize and if I chant this verse, and what if Krishna hears it and says, Tatastu? So be it. What will happen? But all of you can't escape. You just chanted that verse. No, but the Kunti is not asking for trouble. You know what is actually Kunti asking? Because she's gone through some experience of Krishna. And that has given her so much happiness that she is willing to go through suffering. One orphan boy in Mumbai slums, he got injured by playing cricket. His knee was broken, his kneecap. And he was rushed to the hospital and he was an orphan. And the elderly nurse there, she took care of him so well. I'll just take 2 minutes, we'll finish with this story. She took care of him so well and this boy became alright. He went back to his slum, the hut where he was staying, and then he became alright. And after a few days, he again went back to play cricket with his friends. While playing cricket, he kept looking at the hospital direction and he was smiling. His friend said, why are you smiling? Why are you happy? He said, I am wishing I could go through that injury again. And his friend said, it was so horrible. You were screaming in pain. You were dying. Why do you want to get that injury again? Again looked at the hospital and he said, when I got injured, I was admitted and that lady, that nurse, she took care of me so well. I never knew what a mother's love is because I'm an orphan. But she took care of me so well. I wish I can get that again. So that boy, is he asking for that accident again? What he's asking for is that love. This is what Krishna gives us. And that is why gratitude, Kunti, after expressing gratitude to Krishna for all the gifts, finally she blurts out this prayer that Krishna give me more and more troubles. Again, I clarify. We are not going to imitate this prayer. We are not going to pray like this, but we are going to enter the emotion of this prayer. And like this, we can take our gratitude to wonderful levels where we can experience Krishna in our life. To summarize, we first discussed the first principle of gratitude is gratitude is not abstract, it is specific. Second, gratitude has to be fresh. Third, why? Gratitude should answer the question why. Fourth,
See Krishna.
Bring Krishna into our gratitude by seeing how Krishna advises, arranges, allows. And after that we discussed gratitude has 3 components. What is the first? Love, grace and giving. And finally we discussed how we can contemplate on the gifts that we have got which money can't buy. And when we have all these practices, then when you go back to the first question of seeing all the difficulties that we've gone through, you will find amazing positive solutions or benefits that have come from that prayer. So once again, my sincere gratitude. We spent 1 hour, 30 minutes on this workshop. Thank you for your very enthusiastic participation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Take some.
So we can take some questions or reflections if you all can stay back, and also
You can have a group photo with Prabhu also. So at the end of this, just
You have something to say?
please have a seat.
What are questions? Questions or reflections? Whatever, the reflection is okay, but I'm just thinking it's late.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, wonderful class. Thank you very much for coming to Seattle and giving a wonderful class or a workshop. I'm not saying this is a reflection or a question. I'm not saying this because you are sitting in front of me, but this is one of the best workshop, you can say, or best class I have attended here in Samamish ISKCON. You brought so much clarity through so simple examples, the day-to-day examples. I'm not trying to belittle the other, acharyas or people who have come in the past and who have given classes, but this was really very simple, lot of clarity, very easy to understand. So, and I can see my boys, they actually participated, and almost everyone was engaged. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It is very practical, and this is exactly what we need. Frankly, like gratitude was a word we always hear every lecture almost, but you made us completely practice it, how exactly we can take benefit of this. Extraordinary. Even though one aspect we learned thoroughly, and we are confident of implementing in our life. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question. When we pray for others, have you heard in the Prabhupada, the past time when Prabhupada was sick, when he asked devotees to pray, he asked them to put a class at the beginning, Krishna, if it pleases you, or something along those lines. Was it applicable only for that situation, or should we use that even for our prayers when we pray for others? That Krishna, if it pleases you, do this, or or do we just say, Krishna, please do this, or like that?
You can't order Krishna. You are beseeching. Guru Maharaj is desperate. So you may be desperate in your attachments. You may want something. So you can always ask Krishna. But we're not demanding, we are begging.
Right, yes.
So you can say Krishna, if you please, and then you can write the blessing. But again, if you can, it has to have your emotions. Basically, it has to be authentic. You can artificially pray for Shuddha Bhakti.
Right.
Like you can be like Dhruv Maharaj, be honest. Is that okay? Okay, I'll tell you, when I joined the ashram, I wanted to come first in the monthly exams. We used to have Bhagavad Gita exams every month. And I came from an academic background. So I became very competitive. And I was ashamed of that competitive mentality within me because many of us were from academic background, IIT, educated, doctors, engineers. And I wanted to show that I'm the best. But every day morning class, the mood in the ashram, we are servant of servant, we want to serve, we don't want anything for ourselves. But inside me, there was an intense passion. Externally, I was a monk. Internally, I was trying to come first in the exams. And it was incongruent. I was torn by my desire to excel in these exams and also my desire to be servant, humble, serving everything. So I resolved it by going to my Shiksha Guru, my mentor. I told him, Prabhu, this is the thing in me, what should I do? He said, you go in front of Krishna and tell him you want to come first in the exams. I said, but that's wrong. That's not a good desire. He said, no, be honest. You say, Krishna, I want to come first in the exams. I have this passion. Then I said, but this is wrong. He said, yes, you ask for what you want, be honest, but in the end you add one line. Krishna, I want to come first in the exam, I'm really desperate. Krishna, please help me. And the last line is, Krishna, but I'm a fool. I don't know what to pray for. So please give me the intelligence that next time when I come in front of you, I pray for things that are really good for me. But right now I want to come first in the exam. So I saw a beautiful balance here, that you pray for what you want, But see, because you can't be artificial. You can't say Krishna if you so desire, if it is your ultimate will. That is pure devotee. Shuddha Bhaktas pray like that. You may be attached to your children, you may be attached to your spouse, you may be attached to your money, your house. Be where you are. We have to meet Krishna from where we are. And then we add the aspirational element. Krishna, but I want to go ahead. I want to come closer to you. Please give me the intelligence. But right now I don't have that intelligence. So Dhruv Maharaj is our hero. You know? But so is that okay? Yes. Thank you. Yes.
This thing that they're explaining right now, this kind of authenticity of knowing exactly where I am and being praying for that. I do struggle with that because you hear all these things and there is such a strong sense of this is what I should be, and I'm trying to connect with this. How do you?
So you need to know that as there is an aspirational reality and there is an applicational reality. So I know one sannyasi who does every day 2 hours of yoga. He has amazing physical fitness. In the last 40 years, I'm sitting for 25 years. He gives beautiful Bhagavatam classes. He knows the whole Krishna book by memory. And he can quote verses left, right, center. And when he speaks class, we joke. He has come from Shloka Loka. And sometimes some of us count the verses. He quotes 100 shlokas minimum in his class. He knows everything by heart. What did I say he does every day? 2 hours of yoga. Not bhakti yoga, actual physical yoga, exercise. And he's physically very fit. But last 30 years, I have never heard him give any class where he speaks about yoga. So, what is the mandate given to him? To sit on a Vyasasana and glorify Krishna. Always speak about Krishna. But the application reality, what he's actually doing in life, like yoga or taking care of his mother or whatever, that you have to use your common sense. That you have to understand how much. See, there is an adjusted reality and there is an aspirational reality. We want to go to Krishna, but how to navigate through the challenges of your life, you need to do the needful. You need to consult some people or talk to that devotee after the class. Oh, Sannyasi ji, Maharaj ji, how to take care of my health? Then he will tell you do yoga. But you can't expect him to speak on yoga or making money or taking relationship. All that. Here we are talking about Krishna. So here we talk about the ideal standard. Ideal standard is Krishna, I'm yours, I love you, I just want to serve you. But you have your desires also. So learn some affirmations, learn emotional healing, all of that. But for that we don't have a mandate here. So you slowly navigate through. Is that okay? Does this make sense? Aspirational reality and the application. You can't copy paste everything that you hear on the Vyasasana and do it as it is. You take it and then use your common sense, apply it a little bit, and then pray to Krishna. Basically connect with Krishna. Krishna will guide you. But I've seen devotees just imitate blindly, just do what the speaker is saying in the class. And then they go through struggle and then they get bewildered. They don't understand that the speaker is appealing to their soul, their aspirations. He is not telling them to disturb their present life. You understand? Renunciation and love of Krishna is organic, natural, it's seamless. There's in the nature and the universe there is rhythm, beauty, harmony, things happen beautifully. Love happens beautifully, slowly. It's not like switch on, switch off button. Okay, I renounce everything. No. Aram se dheere dheere sab ho jayega. It happens, it blossoms like a flower. But we are living in a fast stage. We want everything fast. I want love Krishna now. It won't happen like that. How does the sun rise? Sun rises slowly. You see how seasons change, how the day passes to night. There is rhythm, harmony, beauty, grace in nature. That's how love also for Krishna develops. You can't say, I want love now. धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा. आप बस आपके गृहस्थ लाइफ में गृहस्थ त्रस्त है ना. Gृहस्थ life is challenge, so you need empathy, you need love. So meet devotees who will offer you the shoulder to put your head on and cry and get there. And then slowly go to Krishna. Is that okay? We'll stop here.
Instant gratification.
I was confused by the last answer. I didn't mean to say that. I'm not saying you should not go to. I'm just saying
one more question.
Okay, but I hope I didn't I hope you didn't misunderstand what I'm not saying that Krishna consciousness doesn't have a solution. I'm just saying go slowly. Don't just. Of course, unless there is somebody who takes full responsibility for you, who says I'm there with you, just do what I'm saying. And if you have faith in him and he says I. But if he says Prabhupada will take care of you and you do everything, then there is a problem there. If I tell you, Prabhu, don't worry, just chant 64 rounds every day, I'm there for you. I'll take care of it for the rest of your life. And if you have faith in me, then do that. That's another subject matter. But if I say, Prabhupada said it, so do it. And then when you have a problem, you come to me, yeah, go to Krishna. So stay away from such people. So go slowly. Krishna is there. Krishna will guide you. Hare Krishna. Yes, one last thing and then we'll end.
Thank you for a wonderful presentation. During this tutorial, I just want to ask you, Sushukam Kartum Ave Bhakti. And Srimad Bhagavatam has extreme examples of painful things like Padma Maharaj going through all these three, so many examples. Pratasura. So how do we understand Sushukam Kartum Ave and those extreme examples? And in case, today you also told that what difficult situation you have asked us to write it. So probably we can connect with those things.
Yeah, the Sukham Kartum Ave is the internal state. Or external. See, we think happiness means I should always be happy. We are very, just like gratitude is not abstract. For many of us, gratitude is abstract. Happiness is also abstract for many of us. We think happiness means I should always feel good. No, happiness is, when Bhagavatam says, when Bhagavad Gita says Susukam means you will be performing devotional service in love, in happiness. See, that happiness there means love. It's not the pleasure. For us, if you eat nice prasad, nice pizza, or listen to some titillating music, we think that is happiness. That is not happiness, that is pleasure. Please know there is a difference between pleasure and happiness. Bhagavatam is talking about a deeper level of experience. One of the biggest bad propagandas happening in modern times is that you should always be happy. And if you are not happy, there is something wrong with you. This is pure cheating going on. Please know, happiness is a gift that the God gives. Some days you will be happy, some days you will not be happy. This is biggest cheating going on. Till 1920s, all literature spoke about happiness as a gift given by God, which sometimes you experience. Focus was not on happiness, focus was on purpose of life. Your family, your duties. Last few years, last few decades, the whole focus in management, self-help literature is, I want to be happy now. My happiness is most important. This is not important. Happiness is not important. Nowadays, if you are not happy, people make you feel as if there is something wrong with you. No, you can be totally normal and unhappy also. Okay, how many of you are mothers? Any mothers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 6, 7. Okay, I have a question. Parent, basically parent. Fathers also can raise their hand. So we have many fathers also. Many mothers. Okay, I ask you a question. Do you love your child? You will say, what a stupid question. Of course I love my child. Okay, is happiness the only experience you feel with your child? What are the different emotions you go through? What are the different emotions your child gives you? Frustration? Anger? Sad? All these things you get? But you love your child. That's what our Krishna consciousness is. We love Krishna, but we go through all experiences, all emotions in life. Why are we obsessed with only being happy, happy, happy? This is cheating. One day I was in the ashram, I was sitting and relaxing because I got some phone call from my cousin, something happened at home, a lot of issues. I was a little sad and I was just chanting, I was relaxing, and then one devotee came, Prabhu, there's an important meeting of our care council, can we do it today evening? I said, no, we can do it day after tomorrow. It is scheduled for 3 days later, but I am willing to do it day after tomorrow, one day before, but not today. He said, why? I said, because I am not happy now, so I need some space and time for myself. I won't be able to give my best. He said, okay, but Prabhu, I'm curious, you're not happy? What happened? I said, no, I'm not happy. It's a long story. So you need help? I said, no, I'm unhappy. I'm not happy, but I'm okay. He just couldn't get it. I was looking at his face. He was like, huh? He couldn't understand. I said, Prabhu, I'm not happy, but I'll be all right. I'm okay. Don't worry. So then I realized I shouldn't have told him because I confused him. It's okay, you're not happy. You don't have to be happy all the time. Then if that is your idea of happiness, then you need drugs, you need smartphone, you need dopamine, you need constantly a kick or a thrill. That's not happiness. Happiness means the ability to also Susukam Kartum Abhyam, what Bhagavad Gita says is about ability to take the poison of this material world and मरने के लिए जहर थोड़ा सा, पर जिंदा रहने के लिए बहुत पीना पड़ता है. Right? So poison, life is hard. They're cheating you if they say life is wonderful, always be happy. No. So Susukam there refers to the ability to go on with grace and dignity, with all the sufferings, happily. That is happiness. Gratitude. We'll stop here, bro, because we are 9:25. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Great. Vrata Vihari Prabhu ki
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So let's express our gratitude and thank His Grace Rajvihari Prabhu by chanting Hari Bol 3 times.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. So this was the second session. So tomorrow we have another preacher who is visiting us. His name is His Grace Devakinanda Prabhu. He'll have his 2-session series on Damodar Lila, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning and followed by the Sunday feast. And then we will continue this seminar on Monday evening, the 3rd session, and the 4th session will be on Tuesday. Also, Prabhu has written a new book. As you see, one distinguishing feature of Prabhu is that he basically gives how we can apply scriptures on a day-to-day basis in a practical way. So he has written this book known as Lessons from the Road, applying all the spiritual wisdom, based on Prabhu's experiences. So we have some limited copies. It's for $7. So if you'd like to grab one copy, Prabhu can sign not today, but surely, because he has to. It's already very late for all of us. So, but if you want to grab a copy, Prabhu can autograph at some point of time. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
No class tomorrow morning.
No, that will be Devakinanda Prabhu. The morning class will be given by Devakinanda Prabhu. So there will be no 3rd session of this seminar. Will be now on Monday evening. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.